So today I will be talking and overviewing a character or reviewing a character, and today the character we're reviewing is Kira. For some reason, newbies quite popular with the newbies. She's quite strong. She takes a lot of intelligence and game flow knowledge to play, and today I'm going to quickly review her, give you an overview on how she plays, and I'm going to teach you some stuff that's going to help you actually win. Not combos, because you can learn that anyway. Today I'm going to teach you things like mix-ups, effective block strings, stuff like that. So first, we're going to talk about Kira. What is Kira? Kira is a grappler. So if you've played any fighting game other than Arcana Heart, and Smash, a grappler is a character that mainly derives all their damage from throws. Mainly. The characters like Tiger don't. I don't know why. But he's still considered a grappler. They normally have the same traits. Like, they're fat, they're big, they're slow, the throws have big range, and for some reason they're always power drivers. They kind of like chuck you up and then chuck you down, bang, and it hurts a lot. So, like this. Yeah, so she is a grappler. Little girl in a block. What makes her strong? So, if you pick a character, you want to know why a character would be strong. Why is it worth picking this character? This character has insane mix-up. To be fair, just like most grapplers, command throws are unbreakable. So if your opponent sees them coming, right, and you press A and D to break the throw, they'll still get grabbed. So they have to evade the throw instead. She has really strong mix-up because obviously she's a command throw character. She also has strong cross-ups because of her jumping E, which is like a kind of splash. It can cross up, very strong. She has very strong Okizeme, or post knockdown game. This is because all her throws, for some reason, do hard knockdown. So your opponent can't tech backwards, on the spot, or anything. They will always get up at a certain time, like after X amount of frames, which I don't know, but after X amount of frames, they will always get up at the same time, which means you can time your OK each time. So, for example, I'll throw her, and she'll get up at a certain time, so I'll just go, wee, cross up. Wow, I am awful. Let me try that again. Simple. So she's got strong knockdown game, and she has many ways to force clashes, and clashes are her way of kind of like forcing herself on people, because if in games, grapplers always have this issue with projectiles because they have to do something really high risk to get around them. In this game, Kira can clash them. Well, any character can clash them, but Kira is very, very good at forcing clash. So let's do a recording. Okay, so Clara's gonna throw a boomerang. You can 5C it. You can do all sorts of stuff, to get around it. And when you clash, you can do anything you want. So it's very hard to stop Kira from getting into you by brainlessly chucking crap at her. You have to be smart about it. And the Kira, at the same time, also has to be smart about getting in. She can't just run in and just clash everything. It can get bad quite quickly if you are caught clashing things that you aren't meant to. Anyways, let's talk about stuff you can do to actually win the game. Again, I'm not going to teach you any combos. You can always search that yourself. I'm going to teach you some basic things about her that's very effective and will help you win. So first, I'm going to talk about the normals that are very important. It's her 2B, her 2C, and her JE. Well, and her JC, I suppose. So those normals, okay? So first, if I set this to jumping, or guard or jump, okay, JA is obviously air blockable, but 2B is not. Since 2B is not blockable, if you catch your opponent in the air and you don't think they're going to attack you, you can use 2B to hit them out and then get a combo. However, 2B is not a good anti-air. Do not use it as one. So if they jump in on you, do not use 2B to scoop them. It will not work. They will hit you, you will die. You only use it as a way to get an attack, get an attack on someone who's like, let's say for example, they air block your splash. You can do a 2B if you're like not rubbish like I am. Cool. Also, if your opponent like, if you do like a block string and you think they're gonna jump, let's see, beats their jump. Cool. The next button, that's very important, is her 2C. It is extremely long and it's extremely fast, and it's her only low. That's very important. It also gives her combos by cancelling into clap. That's very important as well, because if you hit a 720, the only move you can do to meaty them is a 2C. Actually, yeah. Mid-screen anyway, because mid-screen it puts you a lot further away, but in the corner you can do whatever you want. But mid-screen, the only thing you can get is a 2C. But the 2C will catch jumps, it will catch buttons, it will catch all sorts of stuff. So you use that as a way to force your opponent to respect you. The next important button is her JE. This button, in particular, hits in front of her, and hits behind her. So that's your main attack that you use to jump in on people, because it's well, look, it's really big, it's quite fast, and it has a lot of hit stun, so it's easy to combo off. It's also not clashable, so if your opponent has any form of clashing defense, it will just go right through it and kill them. Clean. Give you a counter hit, full high damage combo. And JC. Now, JC in particular is actually pretty interesting because it's an aerial attack that gives her clash. Let me see if I can get this bot to do it properly. Oh my god. So like this JC here, during the startup, so not once it's active, but during the startup it will have clash frames. It will clash any button, anything. This means, you know, you can use it to constantly go in your opponent. So those are key normals that you have to use every normal, you have to use every special, but those are the ones that I would say you must use those first. Those are the most important ones. Okay. Now, special stuff on her command throws. So first, she has a 360, as expected. She has 3 versions of it, so they differ in size or range. Range, startup, damage. So, the A version has huge range, but only does 5,000 damage. It also has the longest startup out of the 3, whereas the C version is very short, like, I don't think even, well, okay, that is. It does 8,000 damage instead. It's also the fastest one. So, the B version is obviously in between all of that. So, A version, least damage, longest range, longest startup. C version, highest damage, shortest range, fastest startup. In the end, the C version is best used for mix-ups. So for example, if you fly in on someone and you know they're going to block, instead you can just whiff your button and just throw them. Use the C version because it gives you the most damage, and because it's the fastest, it's harder to do something against it, if you know what I mean. Like, you won't accidentally get mashed out because it's very fast. The A version is for poking. And it sounds a bit weird, but it's because of its long range that you can like grab people where they don't expect it. And your opponent knowing that you can grab from that range also makes your opponent scared. She has a running back grab, which is half circle back. She has A, B, and C version, as always. The A version has clash on its startup. So if your opponent chucks crap at you, you can use it to clash. It will also grab straight after, so... Okay, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Jesus Christ. See, it'll grab straight after. The B version has invul, although it's not a lot of invul, but it's invul nonetheless. See, it's got some. So it's quite good when your opponent is like kind of mashing buttons next to you and you do one of these to catch the opponent off guard. So it's very bad against projectiles. There it is. And the C version grabs people out the air. Very self-explanatory. Use it when their opponent's airborne. Then you have the 63 grab series. Atomic Collider, Heat Knuckle, whatever. Or Abel's Throw, if from Street Fighter 4. this hits people jumping even if they are blocking. Oh, actually, let me check. It should be. I've used it like that before. So even if your opponent is trying to block, it will hit them out. Also, you can combo into them. Now, the A version, let me shut this character up. The A version will leave them right next to you, but you will be an advantage. So what they'll get up straight away. So what you can do is you can kind of like grab them and throw them. However, if they're holding jump, they can get out of that. So what you can do is 2B to hit their jump. If they don't jump, we set them to no block. Okay, the B version and the C versions are combo tools basically. The B version hits them across the wall so you can get a combo. The C version bounces into the sky, so again you can get a combo. Cool. So B and C for combos, A for combo ender. A is not preferred anyway, but if you really want to sneak something in on someone, use that. Now she has her air throws. They're quarter circle back in the air. A, B, and C versions. Now, this is where it's a bit weird. In the air, they all do the same amount of damage. The C version is slower and has less range. The A version is faster and has more range. So I'm not entirely too sure why I'd use the C version. I guess it has more active frames, but I'm not entirely too sure. So it's like, yeah, like here's the C version. Wait, where's the A version? Wait, so the C version doesn't work from reset, but the A version, well, neither does A version. It's hard to tell. I do know that the A version does have more range though. And as you can see, it has huge range. So she can grab people at the air. Is like use it to like. Obviously, your opponent is really scared in the air. You just go grab them. That being said, it tends to hit people above you. So if they're above you, it hits better than if you were below you. So if they're above you, damn, I'm so bad at doing this. You get the idea. Okay, and in the air she also has the 63 series, which is basically the anti-air throw from the ground, but can be done in the air. It does more damage the higher up they are. So at near the ground, it kind of like, let's see, 4,500, but near the air, does 5,400, does more. Also, these like kind of like bunker follow-ups. These bunkers have follow-ups. You just mash buttons. I'm not entirely too sure what causes it to do it, but you just mash buttons and you get it. Cool. And she has super throws. So let me shut this thing up. 720 is a bit slow, but it has invul. And as soon as the super flash happens, they can't jump. So use that as a way to wait. You can wake up with it. Because it's invul, you can use it to beat pokes. Your opponent jumps in at you really quickly. Use it to, just grips them out of their air attack. So when they land, they get grabbed. In the air, 2 half circle backs, frame 1, and it's frame 1, and their attack is invul, and it grabs. It's really large grab range, really large. And as you can see, it also grabs people's text. So that's the air super. That is the one you're going to be using the most, in my opinion. You'll be using that one more than the ground one. So that's the overview of her moves, her grabs. Now, let's talk about how you're going to win. First, I'm going to teach them a basic mix-up. It's a tick throw. Let's swing the block. So we know that grabs beat block. I mean, well, they should do. And Kira is very good at doing that. So when you make your opponent block something, hopefully they're not going to just sit there and mash buttons at you. If they do, you're going to need to try to do some staggers. But let's assume your opponent's going to block you. If you do a 2A, or any, let's just use 2A. If you do 2A, because of the long grab range of the 360A, you can do almost 4 2As until they're too far away to grab them. So dash 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you can do 1. And if you do 1, you might as well do C. You do 2. Use B version. 1, 2. B version. Oh wow. 1, 2, 3. A version. So that's how you quickly grab people that are looking to block. Now, what if they don't block? Because if they jump, they can get out of your 360. Let's see, how am I going to make this thing do it? Jump, I suppose. 1, 2, 3. Delay 2B. Hits their jump. So that's your basic mix-up. 2A, throw, 2A, 2B. And you can do as many 2As as you want. Well, actually, no, you can do up to 4, but you can do a variety of 2As, and you can have a variety of options to beat them. So that's the first set of mix-ups that you need to know. The next one is off an actual throw. So she has 3 types of Oki. She has, I like to call, full hard Oki, meaty Oki, and tech Oki. First, if you hit bear grab or a 360, it gives hard knockdown. So I'll do 360A. The opponent must wake up at that exact time. When they do that, because they always come up at the same time, you can get a really strong mix up on them. So first, this is hard Oki, hard knockdown. First, get them with a meterless 360 or a running bear grab. So let's do a bear grab. Now while they're on the ground, okay, you need to jump up and press up homing. Steer the stick around a little bit and practice getting either a cross up or non-cross up JE. Using D you can use the D button again once you're in the air, and you will kind of give yourself a little boost. So what you want to do is after you throw them, you want to practice doing cross up JE or non-cross up JE. So first, throw them. Super jump, homing up. Bam. Cool, that's cross up. Super jump, homing up. Non-cross up. Okay. Running bear grab. Mash buttons. Wow, what the fuck. You hold back. Cool. Jump up. Cross up. Why? What the hell caused this? Wait, let me just check the command list quickly. What the hell? Oh. Okay, just mash buttons. Alright, whatever. Okay. Alright. And okay, to be honest, I was tilted because I've missed so many of those. What the hell? Non-cross up. Okay, so after you knock them down, jump over, get a cross up, non-cross up, using homing and JE. Then, if you think your opponent is if your opponent is, you know your opponent is definitely going to try to block it, you can also mix it up by doing a JC, which has very long startup, making it whiff, and then doing a 360. So that is your basic 3-way mix-up. Left JE, right JE, 360. If you're really sneaky, you can also go for a 2C low. Yeah, 2C low as well. You can cross up 2C low. Basically, you throw your opponent with a meatless throw, they're fucked. They're in a world of shit now. And that's the Oki you need to practice. So hit one of these, bam, bam. That's the Oki you need to practice. The next type of Oki you get is, you'll get, I like to call it super Oki, or meaty Oki, where it's hard knockdown, but you don't actually get enough time to float over them and get a cross up. Damn. Jesus Christ. You know what? Okay. So you've hit one of these, whether it be the air one or the ground one. Okay. You only have enough time to hit either a 2C or... No, that's it. That's pretty much it. You only get time to hit the 2C. So... Okay. If your opponent presses anything at that time except the Dragon Punch or a 4D, they will get hit by that 2C. If they get hit by the 2C, you get a combo. So, let's turn guard all off. So, let's see. It will just look like this. Okay. However, what if your opponent blocks it? What can you do? What can you do as Kira so that if your opponent blocks it, you know, you can make them scared of blocking? The answer is simple. All you do is you do a small dash into 360A. So now your opponent's now seriously screwed. They get thrown out of the air using a super. They now, when they wake up, they have to either guess between 360A or your 2C. Again, very basic mix-up, very strong, because if you hit a 360A, it goes back into the previous mix-up, which is the full hard Oki, which can cause them to get hit again and then die. If they get hit by a 2C, it goes to something called Tech Oki. Now, Tech Oki is basically an Oki that works off 2C. Your opponent can tech it. As you can see there. If this is kind of weird because they get different amount of times, different wake up times based on neutral or back, it's very hard to get precise Oki. There is Oki you can do there. Like, for example, let's say don't know, that's my autopilot shit, whoops. You can still get mix-ups off them, but you have to be a bit more aware. It can be a lot more difficult. In the end, if you're playing metal, you can just do 2C to shield, and they can't mash out, and then you just throw them again. So that's basic Oki. You've got the 2B. Another thing as well is throwing people's techs. So this is the final thing I'm going to teach you in terms of how to win with this character. In this game, if you air tech, you can be thrown immediately. Okay, because you can be thrown immediately, unfortunately that means that it's not actually ever safe to tech this character's combos, even if they go red. So for example, there is nothing the opponent could have done about that. Literally nothing. The only thing they can do, actually, is not tech. So if they don't tech, you get something like this. Sorry. Something like that. Basically, at any moment in time, if you drop a combo, you can just grab them out of the air. And then what will happen is your opponent doesn't actually... they don't actually tech, and then they just fall to the ground anyway. Then you get your Oki. Perfect. There's that. And is there anything else I want to teach before I close this vid? Ah, yes, buffering. This is super important. The half circle back. This has huge range and it is great against brainless people. In fact, it's good against even good people. What you do is you jump up. You're using her small jump. You press D, and you just buff that move in. And as soon as they get within range of the attack, you mash AB, or you press it once rather. So simple. People who play this game, when they get above you, they will try to go in on you. Your best way of stopping that is to jump up and actually do that super. So for example, if I set, let me set this thing to like shut the fuck up. That's a very common thing for characters to do, so you do. As soon as you see them press homing, you do it too. And then you just go up to them and just toss them out the air using your super. You have to be kind of airborne already though. Jesus Christ. You get the idea. The idea is you're supposed to deter them from jumping or just flying at you really brainlessly by using that super. And then, you know, if they then end up just flying into you, but then trying to dodge you, it means that they're not flying into you and killing you, which is great. Anyways, I hope that's useful. This video's been useful. It's quite long. Hope it didn't bore you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed playing Kira. Thanks for watching.